Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins Redux part or retry part 1. I don't know. We're going to try and redo Carolina's origin story tonight, and hopefully I won't lose the save file. Um, I am going to go ahead and lower the music down a little bit. To about 8. We'll just do everything to about 8. So yeah, we'll have to do the same boat as last time where we start the origin, and as soon as we get um, control, save, quit, come back in. That way we can get our stuff. Hello, Starscream. Welcome to Strem. We're going to try and not fuck it up this time. Or at least I'm going to try and not fuck it up. Yeah. There's a fine looking mod for 7, but you'll see it later. Okay. What does it do? And so is the Golden City blackened. With each step you take in my hall, marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Theronides, 8:13.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the darkspawn.
Also, how's the audio?
The
Last time
mages
my
had
voice
sought to
was
usurp
quiet.
Instead, they destroyed it.
This time I'm got my PlayStation
They were
controller
cast
hooked
out,
up and my
twisted and
mic
cursed
hooked up
by
through the
their own
PlayStation
corruption.
controller. Because it seemed to work all right with A7.
They returned as monsters, the first of the darkspawn.
But we're going to do mouse and keyboard for controls.
They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless.
Seems okay? That's good.
The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide.
You
of
just took
darkness.
your headset to laptop instead of microphone array. I'll need to figure out how to do that. This is still a learning experience for us all.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
Yeet!
It may even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
That's a lot of torches. Alright, so once again, we're back here. Gonna be a rogue. Human noble.
Greetings.
Next. There. Um, there we go. And here we want that one. There we go. Eyes, eye color. Because I can actually see them now. Um, kind of. There we go. That's green. Portrait. Ooh, blue background. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll just have the default expression. Use GeoForce experience and get the audio done. Okay. Look at that mod. Alright, hold on. I'll have to pull it up on my phone. Well, balls. I don't think I can pick that up in the chat. Go ahead and post it to Discord. Post a link to Discord, and I'll look at it real quick. And we need to do the voice, violent voice. 18, 17. Next. Coercion. Lock picking. Rapid shot. Play. We'll do it on normal. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. What the hell? What are these portraits? The fuck? Of course, it's from Cherry.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of High Ever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Arlesian Empire, your father and grandfather.
That's a
served
funny
in the
one,
battle
Starscream.
teams
That,
of your
not gonna
land.
lie, that's pretty funny.
Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown.
Starscream, why can't it be both funny and weird?
Against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we
Wonder
both had
whose
less grey on our
UMU
hair
would be.
then,
Oh no.
and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
Is your family here, Hal?
Oh no, I left them in Amaranthine, well away from the fighting in the south. They do send their best wishes. My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time.
Sure, why not?
Good. My son saw you at a Denerim fair, and has talked about you ever since. He'll be pleased you remember him.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Is that really necessary?
This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Gooseland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this
Of course
stature
not. There's no
demands
problem.
certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
Why would there be? It's not like I'm trying
We
to
rarely have the
betray
pleasure of seeing
your
one in person,
entire
that's
family.
true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Don't strain my abilities or anything.
And don't strain my patience. In the meantime, find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
But I'd like to stay and talk with Duncan.
You'll have plenty of time after we're gone. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Alright. We're gonna save the game. We're gonna get rid of these from the quick bar and get rid of that from the quick bar. Then we're going to exit game and then reload game. Also, I'm going to try and raise that up. Okay. There we go. Now you guys can see it better a little bit. There. Nope, okay. I need to move it over more this way. There we go. That's, I mean, it's still kind of cut off, but it looks better. Alright, inventory. There we go. Now we got our Tomes of Cheatiness. Alright, there we go. We have 30 more points. Because I'm a cheaty bastard. Let's get up that to 25. Get that up to 20. As high as it'll go. Okay, that works.
Drop it. I'll get on it. Alright, alright. I'll get you a ladder. You can get off my back.
There. 20 talent points. Okay. Got that one. That one. Requires improved combat training. Okay, play.
I'll get you a ladder. You can get off my back.
Stealing. There. And trap making. Next. Okay. That requires level 9. Almost. We'll fix this later. Attributes. Let's do 10 more of these. Because we are cheating up a storm. Requires level 4. Okay, so that all requires level 4. That's all we can do. Now, let's get rid of those. Get rid of everything. Okay, so what we're gonna want, these are all passive, so that's sustained. That's passive. We're gonna want critical, shattering, crippling, slaying, and scattershot. Then for melee, we'll want dual sweep, riposte, punisher, cripple, flurry, alright. That for our 2 sustained options. Welcome back, Starscream. We kind of cheated a little bit. Do that there. Okay. There. And then we'll go ahead and save the game. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
Something for a quick question or two.
I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey, or did you really come to see all this way to see Sir Gilmore?
I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
How much danger are Fargus and my father in?
Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large, darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the king's camp.
Are there really darkspawn in the south?
Indeed.
Had to
we
call you.
spotted a horde
Oh.
assembling in the Korkari Wilds
Okay.
not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Kaelin took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly.
I hope
First
she's
battles
doing
have already
alright,
been
Starscream.
fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
It's always hard to have family in the hospital. Would you really recruit me to the Grey Wardens?
Of course. You are young and very skilled, or so I hear. Many of the finest Grey Wardens have been women. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
I'm glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers.
I'll leave you alone then.
Until we speak again.
Let's see if we can talk to Arl
Yes?
Howe. Your son is interested in me?
The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
I got the impression Thomas didn't like me.
I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
We'll see.
I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return.
How long have you and father been friends?
We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
You knew King Merrick?
Your father hasn't spoken about time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kaelin isn't half that.
Alright, Starscream. Good luck on the way home. You don't think much of King Kaelin?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
The girl did ask, your lordship. As per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
Just the delay with your men is nothing serious.
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You just told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking, if I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
Just want to wish you well, Arl Howe.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
No shit.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked?
Where do you think Fergus is?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Saying goodbye to Oriana and your nephew.
Is sending all of our forces south a good idea?
When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case.
In case of what?
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
Alright, now you're scaring me.
I'm scared myself, but we are Kuslans, and we do what must be done. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Mako will watch over us.
Are you sure you'll be alright?
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my darling daughter. I love you. And I trust you completely to carry on the Kuzlin name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear girl. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
I'll go now.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Alright, so I never actually saw those dialogue options before. Okay, let's open all the doors and loot all the things. Nothing in here. Oh, there's a chest. Get the elf fruit.
Now's better than later.
There we go. Blank vellum.
Good evening, milady. Good evening, milady.
There we go.
I'll get on it.
Iron ring. Okay, servants' quarters.
Good evening, milady.
Alright, alright.
Door there. There's sparkles. Up in the stand, get the mace. Actually, I'm gonna check something as soon as... Okay, can I equip a mace and still be two-handed? Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I can. Okay.
Got it.
Oh, my lady, we were just,
Playing cards.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Tern stationed us here.
Did my father fear someone would steal something?
I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Who has the key to the treasury?
The Tern. And perhaps the Terner? Honestly don't know, my lady.
Alright, continue your game. Pretend I never came by.
My lady is very kind to show us such lenience.
I'm a kleptomaniac, so it's... It's alright.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Good thing too, considering father's company.
Yes, I saw the Isle arrive. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
She was my nanny before she was a cook. She won't leave.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself.
Probably.
At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Oh, leveled up. Oh wait. It's because I have extra points that I can't use at the moment because I don't have a high enough level. Gotcha. Okay.
We really should go after your hound, my lady, before he does something worse.
Do you know much about the Grey Wardens?
Only what everyone hears. I never expected to actually see one. So few of them are here in Ferelden.
Are the Grey Wardens really as skilled as the legends say?
I hear they only recruit the most skilled. It'd be disappointing if that wasn't true.
What happens if the Grey Wardens recruit you?
As you wish. But what if the Grey Warden tries to recruit you? Have you thought about it?
He assured my father he wouldn't recruit me.
He could change his mind. Grey Wardens are notorious for doing whatever is necessary to fight the Darkspawn. Scribe Aldous once told me that the Grey Wardens used to burn entire villages to keep them out of Darkspawn hands.
So they'll kill people to protect them.
If they have to. A few villages are a small price to pay to save the world.
Why would he recruit me?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but you are no ordinary woman. You're strong, skilled, and easily the equal of any man on the field or off. The Grey Wardens would be fools to overlook you.
Don't really know how I'd feel about it.
I suppose you have many other options. Me? I would give anything to be recruited.
Why aren't you marching with our men?
I would were it my choice. Your father decided I should remain with the complement guarding the castle. I hope that's because this Grey Warden wishes to see me.
Tell me about yourself, Sir Gilmore.
Well, you know I've served your father for years, since my own father sent me to squire here. My father is a minor lord in the Bannorn, but our land is little more than a glorified farmstead. I do miss it though. The valleys of the Bannorn are beautiful this time of year. I take great pride in serving the town. Still, if I had the opportunity to join the Grey Wardens, I wouldn't hesitate.
You leave my father's service?
With his blessing, I imagine. Joining the Wardens is the highest service one can render.
Now let's keep going.
Of course, my lady. Lead on.
Alright,
Good evening, milady. Good evening, milady.
Okay. Oh yeah, the school. That book. Culture of Ferelden. We have all the origins. The human noble is my favorite in Dragon Age. I like the mage second. Then probably the noble dwarf, or the dwarf noble. Not really big fans of either of the elf ones.
Hello, my dear girl. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
Okay, so I know we went through this um, not 2 nights ago, but I'm not going to skip it because I'm resetting the VOD archives as well. I could do with some discipline.
Perhaps you could help me with that. Might you join me in teaching this lesson?
Sure.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
When was our line founded?
Records are vague, but the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
During the lycanthrope plagues.
Good. I'm pleased some of my lessons seem to have stuck. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
We predate the founding of the kingdom, yes?
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young lady.
It's your skill as tutor, of course.
If I were truly a skilled tutor, I suspect I would not encounter such insouciance amongst my pupils. You can look that up.
I'm gonna look it up right now, actually.
At any rate, your family has held the Tournere of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elathea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
Hold on, I'm looking at something up. Insouciance. A casual lack of concern, indifference, an impression of boyish insouciance. Okay. I mean, yeah, that would describe Carolina. At least right now. Anyway, and Callahan let us keep the Tairnir.
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elathea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
We oppose the king.
The Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elathea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
Tell me about our relationship with Arl Howe.
The history between the Couslands and the Howes reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
When did Orlais occupy High Ever?
During your grandfather's rule. Of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the Tournere's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
But my father and Arl Howe are old friends.
The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn.
Time to end the lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the
Alright, the noble families of Ferelden. The geography of Ferelden. Alright. Let's go up here, even though I know we're not supposed to.
And my
my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my daughter, along with Sir Gilmore. Tell me, Sir Gilmore, has my pup collared that dog yet?
Not just yet, your ladyship.
Darling, do take care of that. That malodorous hound of yours is an excellent protector, but he drives Nan to distraction.
I'm sure they'll fight it out.
Don't give Mother a headache. Sir Gilmore, see that it gets done.
As your ladyship commands.
Good. With any luck, I'll be able to feed my guests before the end of next week. Darling, you remember Lady Landra?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Of course, it's good to see you again, my lady.
You're too kind, dear girl. Didn't I spend half the salon trying to convince you to marry my son?
And made a very poor case for it, I might add.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Flatterer.
And this is my lady in waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
You would think that it would make it easier to make a match for her, not more difficult.
Perhaps your daughter simply has a mind of her own, your ladyship. You should be proud.
Proud doesn't get me any more grandchildren.
May I go now, mother?
You can go to the kitchen and deal with your hound.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship. Sir Gilmore.
Alright, does he... Is he in the study? No. Yeah, he is. Let's talk with him. Because I've never actually talked with him before.
Hello again. Your castle study is wonderful. Might I ask whose collection this is?
It's my grandfather's, but I often come here to read.
So would I. Do you have a favorite book?
The Dragons of Tevinter by Brother Timaeus.
Good choice. Timaeus' theory on the nature of dragons and how they connect to Darkspawn is quite intriguing.
Let's see here. So, are you going to be riding with my father tomorrow?
Yes, though I don't know when. I will leave when your father does. I'll ride as his second. Glorified squire, more or less. I'll care for his horse and armor and such. It's quite an honor.
Do you know anything about the Grey Wardens?
No more than anyone else. Is it true there is one here in the castle? Have you met him?
It's true, I've met him.
I'd join the Grey Wardens in a heartbeat. Can you imagine destroying the Darkspawn forever? Becoming a hero? But I'd never gain a Grey Warden's notice. I'll have to be happy under your father's command.
I'd like to get to know you a little better.
I'd like that. What did you have in mind?
Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to tell. I am the eldest son of a minor lord. I can't imagine I'm anyone very interesting to you.
I mean, you're not, but... perhaps we could talk after you return from the south.
I would be glad of the chance to get to know you better. Until then.
He's dead. And then we can talk to her.
It is good to see you again, my lady. And you also, Sir Gilmore.
Likewise, madam.
I haven't seen many elven ladies in waiting.
Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, I see that you have no ladies in waiting. Is this usual for a noblewoman of your rank?
Maybe a little. I've never needed one.
That is a very Ferelden attitude, I think, to be so self-sufficient.
How did you come to know Lady Landra?
My family has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
You have a daughter?
For Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her.
Tell me about her.
Her name is Amathine. Her father died of a wasting sickness 2 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. He is with the Maker now.
I bet she has your beautiful eyes.
She does. Many people say she looks a great deal like me. I'm the only one who sees her father in her.
Well, good evening.
Farewell, my lady. Good luck on managing this castle in the coming months. I imagine it shall be very difficult.
Oh, don't remind me. Oh, so she's probably dead too. In fact, out of everyone here, the only one that I know is guaranteed to survive. Well, there are two people guaranteed to survive. Castle Coosland. And that is me, Barkspawn, and Duncan. Everybody else, well, and Arl Howe. But everyone else dies tonight. It's actually quite sad. Alright.
Good evening, my lady.
Hello. Controlling party. I don't need to worry about that. I hear yelling there. We shouldn't go there yet. We should go where there's locked doors. Because that means there's stuff we shouldn't be into.
Now's better than later.
All right.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
I'm here.
It won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Hey. He's not a mongrel. He's a pure-blooded Mabari.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the Turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
All right. Well, let's open the door. Tie it down. Tie it down with Starscream.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Look at Oh, you're home? That's good. Glad you're home safe. What a smart boy you are. Oh, yes you are. Who's a good boy, Barkspawn? Who's a good boy?
Oh, encourage the hound, why don't you? No wonder he keeps giving Nan fits.
Got your
Does seem
noms
like
at the
he's
front
trying
door.
to tell me
Nice.
something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Barkspawn.
Bet you I can get in 2 rows.
Bacon, right, look at that one. This is like a bad adventure story. We must win!
Now's better than later.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
I knew he wasn't in the larder. Those were very large
I've
rats.
seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Arl's men.
All right. Ooh, hello. Deep mushroom. Deep mushroom. He inked. Hey, Barkspawn, can you do something about this gory mess? Do you see anything interesting? Oh, it's okay. Pet Barkspawn. He's a good puppy. All right.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your larder from rats. Big ones.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones?
Gonna install the Automask. Oh yeah, those are a thing.
Now you've gone and scared the servants.
For
I expect
mods.
those filthy things are dead.
I might pick up a few of those. Not right now, but yeah, the only ones I'm thinking of are the Chiaha one for the F-15E. Maybe Hakura for the Raptor. But other than that, none really jumped out at me. My faithful Warhound made sure it's safe.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh,
Can
don't
we get
even
a
start
grip
with
in
the
from
sad
the
eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Yeah, let's see if we can talk
Thank
to
you
Nan.
again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
Do you know what?
Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
Busy day.
Just keeping order. That's why your father keeps me on. The good maker knows I need
Gotta
to
get the
take care of him
Hololive
anymore.
ones too.
Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth.
I guess you're gonna get a girl one.
Don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lady? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Sure.
Good. I'm not exactly privy to your goings-on now that you're grown. Just an old nanny, never invited to your father's fancy meetings. Do you remember that bedtime
Kiwawa,
tale I used to
Botan,
tell you, the
Pecora.
dog that
Nice.
bit?
I remember it.
Good. Then you can start.
Before our fathers came down from the mountains.
A warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
And Hahaku grew prideful.
The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
Strong or not, he chose a more reliable dog.
When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand.
That was a mistake.
The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
Don't abuse your power.
Exactly. Hahaku took advantage of a position he thought he was entitled to. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm?
You aren't comparing my Papari to Hahaku, are you?
It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
Goodbye, Nan. I'll never see you again. Alright, we'll go ahead and save.
So, you managed to solve Nan's dog issues? I'll take that as a yes. Good work, darling. Now you should say goodbye to Fergus before he leaves, don't you think?
Did you know there's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Would that be so bad?
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Are you staying at the castle?
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
As you wish. I don't think you should go.
Don't worry, my dear. It won't be long.
Do you know where Fergus might be?
If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
I've got a bad feeling about all
As
this.
do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me, but it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours.
I should probably go.
I love you, my darling girl. You know that, don't you?
Unable to reconnect you to chat. Okay, hold on. So my Xbox disconnected from chat, which is real great. Ah, okay, let's see here. I'm going to do a test off my phone to make sure that the chat still reads. No, wait, wrong button. Okay, it does. All right. What brought this on?
You've grown up so fast. And now Bryce is leaving you in charge of the castle. I suppose there's no point in dwelling on it. Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
All right. Let's see here.
I'll get on it.
Uh-oh. I just heard a
Can
pop
I
up.
get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
And there's nothing in here. Okay. That's locked. That's locked. Can't open that chest just yet.
Got it.
That's locked. Alright.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
No Darkspawn could harm Fergus.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim.
Did you know there's a Grey War in the castle?
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come?
He's going to test Sir Gilmore.
Good for him. I hope he makes it. If I were a Grey Warden, though, I'd have my eye on you. Not that Father would ever allow it.
Do you think the war will be over so quickly?
Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
Hi,
I'll see
Starscream.
for myself soon enough. Pray
My
for me, love, and
Xbox
I'll be back within a
disconnected
month
from
or
the
two.
chat, so I had to make sure it was still working. I wish I could go with you.
I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those Darkspawn myself.
In Antiva, a woman fighting in battle would be unthinkable.
Welcome to Ferelden.
Is that so? I always heard Antivan women were quite dangerous.
With kindness and poison only, my husband.
This from the woman who serves me my tea.
You'll be missed.
If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
I bring a message. Dad wants you to leave without him.
Then the Arl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Fergus will be fine.
I keep telling you, no Darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the
No,
well?
that's a winch.
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
Mother can handle herself, as always. Always has.
It's true. They should be sending her, not me. She would scold those Darkspawn back into the deep roads.
Well, I'm glad you find this so funny.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Alright. Time for the action to start. Uh-oh. What's wrong, boy? Is someone out there?
My lady, help me! The castle is under attack!
Well, that sucks. Alright. Alright. Let's go and get dual striking up.
Now's better than later.
Open the chest, take those. Take that. Take the archer bow. There we go. Short bow.
Something is coming. Now's better than later.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
I was about to ask you
I
that.
never got through the door, thanks to you. A scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are How's men. Why would they attack us?
He's betrayed father. He attacks while our troops are gone.
You don't think How's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
No, I haven't. I was in my room.
We must find him.
We should check on Oriana and Orin as well.
And trust his mercy. What if the soldiers went into your brother's room first? Let's check on them quickly. Then we'll look for Bryce downstairs.
Alright, you have studded leather. I want studded leather. There we go. And you have no weapon, so we'll give you a dagger. There you go. Enjoy. Level up. We'll do strength. Now that we're level 2, we have a talent point. Go ahead and do improved stealing. And we still can't level any of these up. Okay. But Bark Spawn will up his strength. Oh, shit. I guess he doesn't get any points. Okay. Fair enough. Take all. There we go. Take the elf
Perhaps
fruit.
we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
Okay, gonna equip the longbow. Because there's no reason not to equip the longbow. Well, there's a guard, Orin, and
No!
Oriana.
My little Orin! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
I'll make them pay.
I was not even taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go, I don't want to see this.
Looks like they got these guys too.
I see enemies ahead.
Take all. Lock the chest, take the copper.
Dear Landra. I'm so sorry.
I'll get on it.
If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here.
Well, we'll make them all pay.
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
What should we do?
The front gates. That's where your father must be.
Is there nothing else we can do?
I have my treasury key. We could go there first and take the Kuslan sword from the vault. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of Hal's hands, it's that sword. But it may be a dangerous path.
Then let's go to the treasury.
If Hal's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servant's entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
We don't know that's true.
Then let's find out for ourselves. But if Hal's trap has snapped shut, escaping may not be easy.
Another short bow.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Don't be a coward, stand and fight.
My lady! Here they come!
I do have to say, even though moving around is clunky, I like the mouse and keyboard for the combat.
Got it. Now special data.
Alright, welcome to the treasury.
Alright, alright.
Take all. Take all. We're gonna wear the scale armor. Actually, we'll keep the studded leather armor for the item set bonus. Okay. And then, of course, the piece de resistance, the family sword, and the shield of Highever. All right. Can I activate stealth in combat? Okay. Oh yeah, I am injured. Well, let's drink a potion here real quick.
I'll get you a ladder so you can get off my back. Got it.
Loot everything! Everything must be looted.
Together we shall leave this place.
Alright, alright.
Alright, what about the men? How are they gonna get out?
Later.
Oh wait, they're gonna buy time. That's right.
I see enemies ahead. You're gonna regret this.
But we cannot waste more time.
Jesus!
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alright. Go ahead and save the game.
Got it.
Let's check the study. Oh, the old man's dead.
You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I wonder if they got this. Ooh, chest.
We must get to the
Lesser ice salve. Okay.
That's surely where your father is.
Okay, we can't go any further that way, but there's people in here. Yeah, now I don't have to walk directly over things to loot them. And I don't have to pop up a damn wheel every time I want to use a power. Alright. Take that. Main hall. Aww. Level up.
Go, man the gates. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lady, you're both alive. I was certain Howe's men had gotten through.
They did get through.
They killed Oriana and Orin. I can't believe. Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Howe's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly.
Need to find Father.
When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Hello, Mel. Welcome to Strem. Everyone's kind of a yeah.
I'll get on it.
Our father's oldest friend has betrayed us and is killing all of us. Even the dog is a war dog. He's gotten like so many kills. It's awesome. But we're playing this on the PC because I have a PC that can actually run games. And you don't think it's fair? Barkspawn is my loyal Mabari. But we are running with mods. Because I've already played through Dragon Age, or the entire franchise. Oh, the Betrayer. No, we get to kill him a lot later on in the game, and I can't wait for that. But since I've beaten the entire franchise on the Xbox, I am pulling all the stops out. I am cheating my balls off for this playthrough. As you can see, we have hell yeah, fuck him up. We have way too many attribute points for a level 3 character. Let's put that into Constitution. And I need to wait till level 4 to use any more talents. I can get even more. Just by doing this. Mwah! $20 more attribute points. Here we go. Let's get that up to a nice 30. We'll get that up to a 20. And willpower is stamina, so we'll need that. You sneeze and they die. Yes, the strongest level 3 ever. I've maxed out all my archery points. And almost maxed out my dual weapon points. You sneeze and they die. Yeah, we have to escape our family castle before we die. Yeah, we are Carolina Cousland of the noble Cousland family. Carolina, I'm sure you know. You don't think? Yeah, I know. I'm sure you know this, but Carolina's kind of my original character, so I put her in pretty much everything. And she is what the emotes are. Or at least the Mass Effect version of her.
Got it. It's a good day to die.
It's okay, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna steal your shit. I mean, I am a rogue, so... Remember? Yeah. Speaking of Mass Effect, I've got that on the PC too. And I'm currently beginning to play through the initial playthrough, so we can start with New Game Plus. And... oh yeah, we're gonna cheat our balls off on that one too. We're gonna give Carolina the power that she always deserved. Oh, Markspawn leveled up. Slice your head off! Next, Charge or Dreadhowl? Let's do Dreadhowl. Why be a rogue when you can be a god? I mean, we're technically a rogue because that way, 1, we can unlock chests and open doors. 2, Carolina is a sniper. In her first iteration, she was a hunter in Destiny, and then I played Mass Effect next, and she was an infiltrator, a sniper. So of course, my warden, Carolina, has to be an archer, and the only way you can do that is to be a rogue. But yeah, I am a god. Where is your maker now? I mean, we're playing on normal difficulty, but with mods, it doesn't really matter. Although I probably need to pay attention to my health. Okay, so I've looted all of them I can. Come on, game, don't freeze up on me. In fact, let's go ahead and save. The game's already crashed once on me, not this stream, but Tuesday night it crashed on me, so I was like, oh, I don't want to redo this origin again.
I'll get on it.
Alright. And there's Dad.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce.
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
I'll kill Hal for what he's done.
He can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Then we'll simply have to drag you out.
Only if you're willing to leave pieces of me behind, Pup.
Bryce, this is no time for jokes! Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
You can tell him yourself.
I wish I could go. Oh.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My daughter helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Are you going to help us?
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, I beg you. Take my wife and daughter to safety.
I will, your lordship. But I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
What about Sir Gilmore?
Truthfully, you were always my first choice. I will take the Tyrna and your daughter to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your daughter joins the Grey Wardens.
Great.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
But what if Fergus is dead?
We will inform the king, and he will punish Hal. I am sorry, but a Grey Warden's duties take precedence even over vengeance.
Hal thinks he'll use the chaos to advance himself. Make him wrong, Pup. See that justice is done. Our family always does our duty first. The Darkspawn must be defeated. You must go. For your own sake and for Ferelden's.
I will then, Father. For you.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our daughter will not die of Hal's treachery. She will live and make her mark on the world.
Darling,
oh, he doesn't know the
with
half of
Duncan.
it.
You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time.
but I won't abandon you.
Are you sure you want to do this?
My place is with your father, at his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's
Oh
come to
god,
this,
he's
Mother.
bleeding out fast.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. You know that we love you both.
Sounds like they burst through the main gate.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
And with that, our family is gone. I mean, we might have a brother left, but he's out in Ostagar.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times.
So we're going to continue on
Here's where the bulk
in
of the horde
Ostagar
will
this
show
time.
itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here.
Isn't that a bad thing?
This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen. I didn't expect
Has the... Oh,
A
there's
royal
the background.
I was
Kind of,
beginning to
sort
worry
of.
you'd miss all the fun.
Not yet.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle
The
after
background
all.
hasn't loaded in yet.
The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit.
Only
I
on
take it this is
PC.
she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
It's a play now. Yep. Yes, I am Bryce's youngest, and I bring important news.
Is it about your father? Your brother has been concerned about him.
You don't know what's happened.
News from the north has been unreliable. What's happened?
Terran Kusland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
What kind of justice?
He will hang.
Oh,
I know
good.
that will not bring your family back, but Howe will not profit from this. No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
I'm not exactly eager to tell him, Your Majesty.
Of that, I have no doubt. You will see him again once the battle is over, I am certain. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
As long as Arl Howe pays, I'm happy.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could
He
be here in
lists-
less than a week.
Listening, but you need to go do your part.
We've won 3
Alright.
battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the Tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
What would you have him do?
Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
A hot meal might be nice first.
I agree. We have until nightfall to begin the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Am I the only recruit you have?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
Why is this ritual so secret?
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Alright, what do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Saving game. Uh-oh. And the game crashed. That's not good. All right, let's see here. Load. Slow the game and okay.
I'll get on it.
We're gonna go ahead and skip through most of the dialogue because we've already played through it. But I am going to hard save here.
Hal's men found me fast.
I'll kill Hal for what he's done. Then we'll simply have to drag you out.
Someone.
You can tell him yourself.
I am not surprised.
You're gonna help us.
What?
What about Sir Gilmore?
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens.
What if Fergus is dead? I will father for you.
Hush, Bryce.
Are you sure you want to do this?
We will be traveling south through the Hinterland.
A royal welcome?
Okay, this is better.
I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could.
Then I'll have...
Allow me.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's
I bring important news.
Your brother
You don't know what's happened.
As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north.
What kind of justice?
No doubt you wish to see your brother.
Not eager to tell
I
him.
apologize, but there's nothing more
As long as Earl's dead.
Eamon just wants in on the glory.
You sound very confident of that. Uh-oh.
What
Okay,
the
there
king
we go.
said is true. They once
Didn't seem to take it very seriously. What would you have him do?
To that end, we should proceed with the joining.
Hot meal might be nice
Ritual is
first.
brief, but
I'm the only recruit
no,
you
there
have.
are 2 other
Why is
the
there just
joining
a
is
secret?
dangerous.
What do you need me to do? Alright, here we go. The game loaded. Thank God. We're gonna go ahead and save. Ostagar. Before we go that way, we're gonna go this way. And, look around for some shit. Sacks. Beef bone. Dog. Where are the gifts? Okay, gifts are another. Gotcha. Alright, I'm bored. Let's go across the bridge. Into the main camp.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
I am.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Alright, I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you then.
First, we're going to stop at King's Guard.
Greetings. King Cailan is not in his tent right now?
Tell me about the King. You must see him a lot.
I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the King whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the King just waves him off. The King wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
I have my doubts.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the King wants in the end, though. The King thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the Queen.
The Queen?
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the King did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
I should go.
As you wish.
I'll talk with Loghain's guard.
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about Teyrn Loghain.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Teyrn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is the Teyrn inside? What's he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity.
I would like an audience with the Teyrn, please.
I suppose you have a message for him?
Yeah, that the Cousins are
Hold on.
dead.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Not a Grey Warden yet.
You impressed His Majesty, nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting. Cailan's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
Fascination you don't share.
Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Cailan thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Landsmeet?
My father was the Teyrn of High Ever.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I don't know.
If Cailan has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
And if he doesn't?
Then simply pray.
Alright, let's see here. Anything up here?
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong.
A gray iron dagger. Our dagger is just normal iron, so we want the gray iron one.
Don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think.
Is there anything worth looting this way?
I shall not be left to
Oh,
wander the
there we go.
roads of the Fade, for there is no darkness, nor death.
Dagger. Chainmail. 4.5, 4.25, 25, medium armor. Versus scale mail. Versus studded leather armor. I actually have better stats with the studded leather, so we'll keep that. Yep.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tern, I hope.
More instructions?
Tern Logain has changed our scouting route a dozen times. If you're not from the Tern, what do you want? We're busy.
You don't look like other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
Well, what is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
Can I hear this old tale?
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Lathias was a Clane tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Lathias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Lathias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain.
What happened to him?
Lathias' prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Lathias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Lathias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day, and gave Lathias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
What happened to his wife, Skya?
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Lathias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
Interesting legend, thank you for telling me.
It was an honor.
So what does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
I have a Mabari hound of my own.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet, or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What are you preparing for?
Scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Well, then I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Alright, let's see here. I forget there's things we can do in Ostagar, but
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find... Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
Sure, why not?
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
Alright, and there's one of the recruits, Sir Joy.
You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, I am Carolina.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Aemon. I was not aware they permitted women to join the Grey Wardens. None of those I've seen thus far have been.
Is that a problem for you?
You obviously impressed Duncan, and that's enough for me. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I wouldn't be here if I had a choice in the matter.
I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
Only that it's dangerous.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Loot the chest. Great silver bowl.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
Oh, well, fuck you too. We'll get to the deserter, but we need to have Alistair in the party first, and I'd like to get some other things done before we meet Alistair. Kennels.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from Darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
And because we have our own Mabari, we can't heal the dogs. Because that would be Barkspawn.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I am Carolina.
Well met. And good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play.
To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of.
Hey Ray, welcome to Strem.
Know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade.
Thank you for the lurk. We're playing modded Dragon Age. I know the Fade is where you go in your dream.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
I heard that. Didn't something bad happen there?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
I've heard that story before.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Watch over the valiant King Kaelan and guide him.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some Darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the third recruit would be. Not a woman, yet here you are. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
Maybe they did.
Just to give us a good scare? No, they don't really seem the type. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kukari wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why would they send us into the forest?
Sounds like some kind of test. Maybe they'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
Oh, I'll watch your back.
Just don't get too distracted back there.
I'll try to keep my wits about me. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Alright, so we met the other two recruits. We're going to steal from the merchant. Take that helmet. And now we're going to buy and sell stuff.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Can't say I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the Maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
What kind of supplies do you got?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Of course, I understand. Let me see what you have, good sir.
Let me know what you'd like.
Alright, so what we don't need is this, these, this, or that. We'll keep the great sword for now. For armor, Fuck those. That. Do that. We're gonna keep the shield if I ever, though. Get rid of the rings. Sell the quartz. Gray silver bull and the blank vellum. So we now have 68 silver, 55 of that. Let's go ahead and buy some. Actually, cancel. Okay. Don't need any of those. Studded leather helmet. Rough. Let's go and do that. We don't need the ice salve. We don't need the grease trap. There we go. Okay.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Let's see your other
So long as
goods.
you keep it quiet.
Oh, no worries. Okay, so weapons. Okay. Armor. Ooh. There. Full-blown injury kit. Okay. Don't need any of that. Let's see here. For armor, gonna go ahead and give us the studded leather armor instead of the iron. For the full set there. Alright.
That course of action is inadvisable.
Bite me. Oh, there's Sparklies. Here, chest. Let's unlock you. Take the shield.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
What's wrong with him?
No. One good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Don't worry, I'm no mage.
Less being yelled at for me then. Though the day is still young. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit, from Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
How could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden, though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Carolina.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Out of game, I know exactly why this is. As you guys might know, for every warden that survives the joining, in about 30 years, they'll get something called the Calling, as the taint in their blood takes over. For men, that's not usually a problem because they'll just go insane after they go into the deep roads to go fight and die. For women, however, they get turned into brood mothers. So, yeah, that's why there's not many women Grey Wardens. You want more women in the Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No, I haven't.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
Look forward to traveling with... that argument I saw. What was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
What's a Templar?
You don't know? Quick version then. The Chantry tries to control mages because they're dangerous, so they keep Templars that train to hunt down and kill apostates. That's what I was being trained as when Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yeah, I met both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Party members and tactics. When you're not controlling them, party members act according to the tactics you set. Select Alistair by left-clicking on him or his portrait. Open the tactics. Defender. Oh, let's just do that. Level up. Oh. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we need to get his quick bar up. Okay, so let's go in. Wait, that's passive. That's passive. Activated, activated, passive, sustained. Alright, well, okay, so he's got all of them. Okay, let's see here. Now, before we head back to Duncan, we need to talk with the deserter. First, let's go ahead and save the game. Allscar.
Yes?
Tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'd always be grateful to him.
You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
I've got a few questions for you. This blight Duncan mentioned. So what is a blight? Where did Darkspawn come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
They aren't the same thing.
They seldom are.
Give me the truth then.
The truth is we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
So what you talked about was the first blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another blight.
So where's the Archdemon for this blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the Archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Why not kill the Darkspawn while they're underground?
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
What's an Archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The Archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
That's all I want to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man, a good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
I owe him as well. He saved me.
That sounds familiar. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
I have no more questions for now.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Yep. Okay. Alistair approves. Oh yeah. We need to equip Alistair with... He's got a Templar shield. We're gonna give him the Shield of High Ever. Approval +1 neutral.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
It's horrible. Why haven't they fed you?
I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you missed one meal. This man can be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
I'm a noble. I don't care.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's some food.
Much obliged. You're a kind soul, you are. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you.
Alistair approves. Alright, let's go ahead and head down to Duncan. Provided that... Okay, so there is no chest down there. I thought I saw sparkles.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood. 1 for each recruit.
What's the Darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Alright, surely you could have acquired some blood before now.
Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after.
Fair enough. What's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Alright. And if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood.
Watch
Understood.
over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Alright, now we have more people. And just like the last time, these guys technically don't need their shit. Cured. Oh yeah, that's much better than what I have. We'll let you keep your great sword because I already got one of those. Oh, but that's a balanced great sword. You get the old one. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And Longbow Elm versus Longbow Ash. Ash is tier 2. We want that. Okay. We're good. Ready to go off into the wilds, guys. Just Dareth and Joy, don't worry that you're kind of naked.
Hail.
Who cares?
I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Loading. Oh god. Damn it. Well, We'll bring up the game just to see where we left off, but we might have to call it today. All right. Yeah. We'll go ahead and call the stream for today. I'll just move us closer to where... There. Oh no, wait, we need to do the... the thing again. The deserter.
Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't
no, I
suppose you
haven't.
have a bit of kindness in you. Well,
It's horrible.
nobody thought of it with all the
I'll see what I
Just
can
ask my
do.
guard for him.
Lucky dog. They should have just hanged him. Put his
Had a
head-
chat
should
with him
expect it was an
actually.
enlightening
He asked for
com-
moon
Did he now?
water,
Since no-
persuade.
I had nothing.
So? Brought me some
Here's
food.
some food. Okay. We'll go ahead and head to where Duncan is, and then we're going to save and quit. Because this is the second time the game has decided to crash. Luckily, we've kept our save. So, more or less. Escape, saves the game. But that'll be all for tonight. Tomorrow we will return to Ace Combat 7 as we go for Long Day. Monday, I'm off for Memorial Day, so we'll probably have a long stream then. I'm not sure what the game will be, either Ace Combat, more Dragon Age Origins, or possibly get back to Dragon Age Awakening with Elrond. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Let's see here, is there anyone we can actually raid? I don't think so. So, we'll go ahead and call it a night. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Take care.